Welcome back to Port City Noise. This is episode 12. We're here with JoeAngeAlien. My name is Chef Stoff.
And I'm Tate Anthony.
And let's get it started.
Stoff's the first person that first tried, didn't have to think about it too much, and just got my name right out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
After many errors,
dope.
we could not, for the life of us, figure it out. But
Speaking
we've
of,
been
where does it
corrected.
come from?
So, a lot of people think it's my real last name, and as much as I wish I was that cool, it is not my real last name. It's a stage name that came from a thought I had when I was thinking about angels, and I was thinking about aliens, and I was thinking about some of the first people that probably came in contact with an angel, or the first people that came in contact with an alien, and they were like, I was like, these are the same thing. Like, if I was a person 2,000 or 3,000 years ago who came across a being that spoke my language but appeared in a form that I couldn't comprehend with my physical eyes, that could also shapeshift into a human if it needed to converse with me more easily, that would literally just be an alien. But in spiritual terms and in spiritual teachings, they were taught as angels. So in my head, they're the same thing. And why not just put both the words together and make a word that just reminds people to think, man, and keep their eyes open. And,
We're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot to talk about here. But first, I want to ask, since this was a hilarious video, what was your perspective on the collision on the skate park of EXO's music video?
So shout out my boy EXO Mariano. EXO, capital X, capital O, exclamation mark. He has this fire song called Approach Avoidance Conflict.
Yeah.
I want to say is the name of it. We shot this really awesome music video where there are like 4 or 5 different scenes happening that is transitioning back and forth from. One of the scenes is a concert. It's like a rager concert at a skate park where like skaters are skating around the skate park as he's like performing in the center of the skate park, and it's just like a rager. So the concept is like, get a bunch of skaters out to the skate park, people who skate, people who know the etiquette and know how not to, like, you know what I mean, knock each other's heads off, and like let us all skate around while he's performing. If you skateboard, you know that if you're in the bowl already, you have, I guess, priority, or like everybody entering the bowl should be looking at the person in the bowl so that they don't
finish their line.
You know how that goes. So all right, you get it. Anybody who skates gets it as far as like lines go. And I had been skating the same, I kid you not, that was my biggest worry that entire shoot. I was just like, bruh, I'm gonna skate the same exact line every time I drop in, every single time, and it's gonna be the same ugly little stupid little line, no tricks, no nothing. I'm gonna skate the same line every time, so that under no circumstance can I accidentally run into somebody else. And as I'm skating the same line that I've been skating the entire time, bro comes down the high point on the roll in, and I see bro like, but I'm like, nah, maybe he'll time it different. Maybe he'll slow down and time it different. But he didn't slow down. He didn't time it different. And bro didn't even like swerve when he got to the bottom. So we literally just smacked each other. And it's super cold outside. But also, everybody's like, yo, how much did it hurt? And I'm not gonna lie, it was so cold. And I was just so like, that my blood was pumping, adrenaline was going from skating in general anyway. It was cold enough that when bro like made contact with me, I hit the ground. I was like a little irritated for sure, but I just got up, and then I looked at bro and I was just like, yo, are you good? Like, did you hurt yourself? Cause I guess I'm not hurt. Like, I can't feel anything that just happened, but I guess I'm not hurt. So you good? And bro looked equally as mad as me, which confused me, because I'm like, yo, you were the high man and I was the low man. So how all right, but word, I'm gonna just pick my board up. I'm not about to carry it, and I'm just glad I didn't break any bones. It was not as painful as it looked on the video, but I will say, watching the video back, I was like, yo, that looks gnarly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure, because it looked like you face planted, basically.
And thankfully I've been skating like since I was like 14, 15. So I've fallen enough that like I got sense on how to fall, and I didn't have a chance to roll out of that fall. But I will say when the board shot out from under me and my face went forward, I knew to like cushion my chest with my hands and not try to catch myself, but just like cushion my chest with my hands so that when I hit, it was more like I was really like more like
The
this.
pad. Your arms were
There's
a
a pad
pad.
of like the hoodie right in my arms, and like once I hit the ground, I didn't like do like this. Like I literally hit the ground and like held my head up and was just like,
okay.
you know what I mean?
feel you.
Instead of like face planting into the ground. So yeah.
Muscle memory.
Shout out EXO. Go check out Approach Avoidance Conflict. It's on YouTube. It's a great video and the best blooper I've ever been a part of thus far in my life is in that video. So go check it out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, one of the best bloopers I've seen in a minute.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
My dog EXO called it. He on Instagram. He called it a crash out cameo. And I want everybody that wants me to do a cameo to know from now on, if you want me to do a cameo, it has to be a crash out cameo. Like it can't not be a crash out cameo because that's just hilarious.
It's funny.
Yeah. Damn.
I have a huge question.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you always like been big into like animals and like animal
My
facts?
entire life, dude. From the time that I can remember being conscious,
Yeah.
from the moment that I could watch television, from the moment I have a memory of being a kid at all, I was like, yo, every time like Steve Irwin or Jeff Corwin or the Kratt Brothers and Zaboomafoo would come on, anytime that any of those shows were on, or like nature documentaries, I was just like, yo, animals might be the dopest thing ever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was like 3, like really early, I was like a weirdly like advanced kid. Like by the time I was 3, I was like reading like
Type shit.
books, like Charlotte's Web,
Type
like
shit. Okay.
books.
Damn.
So I say that to
No
say
pictures.
that it was no pictures. Like this is gonna sound like I'm just making stuff up to have it to say on the podcast, but I'm gonna just go ahead and drop this little nugget so that before I turned 2 years old, I got interviewed on Good Morning America by Diane Sawyer because I was like 1.5 in reading. So they like flew my parents and me up to New York and like interviewed my parents and basically just had little me read a book on TV. And I can't remember anything about it at all.
What?
That's insane.
Yeah, somewhere on a VHS tape we have like the footage from it. It's not on YouTube because like this was before they were like archiving everything and putting it on the internet. This would have been in like 2000, 2001, right before a little bit before 9/11. So like flying to New York before 9/11.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
That
crazy.
is, I'm glad you shared that. That's a crazy
I don't
fact.
like sharing it because like everybody's always like, so are you? And I'm like, dude, you see me? I'm a regular person. Like I'm literally just,
Exactly.
I'm just alive. I'm just living.
Yeah,
But
it's still cool to share.
It's still really cool to be able to share that. And like I hesitate a lot of times, but it's been one of those things that I worked through a lot where once I've shared it with people who were meant to hear it, they've worked with me a lot of just like owning my experience so that I'm not like diminishing who I already am to make space for other people, but encouraging other people to be exactly who they are so they know that the space they take up in a room is worth taking up. You know what I mean? Like not in a way that makes anybody feel ashamed or less than themselves, but in a way that makes everybody comfortable to be exactly who they are and to have the experiences that they have had.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I say that to say the way we got on that topic is because I've been into animals since I was literally a child. Like the first time I ever saw Steve Irwin on TV, I was like, I don't know how he does what he does or how he like makes a life doing that, but I'm trying to do that for the rest of my life. And before I got into animals, I was really weird and I liked dinosaurs a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and I knew dinosaurs were extinct, but I liked them a lot. And I was like, nah, I'm trying to study bones for the rest of my life. So like until I was like 12, I was pretty sure I was going to be a paleontologist. Like I was like, that was like, had my mind set on that. And I was like, got to 12 and just realized how fun animals are and like that they're still alive and that I can still interact with them and that like training animals was a real thing that I could do. Like just even interacting with like domestic animals like dogs and cats and like stuff goats. Like I was just like, yo, these are alive though. They're still like I don't have to imagine what they were like. I can just and at any point in my career, I can like stop studying animals and just be like, all right, I'm gonna start going do digs. I'm gonna do digs and be a paleontologist. So like I can still at any point go paleontology. But animals, since I was a grom, like a little kid, I've loved animals.
All right, so I got a burning question.
Go for it.
What is your favorite animal?
Yeah,
This
that sounds
changes
nice.
every day.
Most recent.
The answer to this changes every day. Most recently, I've been really into pack animals or animals that live in like large groups and are able to communicate with each other. Because I think that ability that animals that live in packs have to communicate with each other non-verbally has a lot to do with energy, and it has a lot to do with organs, like systems in living beings' bodies that we as humans have disconnected ourselves so egregiously from. Like we've disconnected ourselves and turned ourselves off, our nature off, so much that we don't even know how to connect like that anymore.
I agree.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that being said,
Phones.
two of my favorite phones,
The biggest.
Yo.
Yeah, biggest reason to me.
and like just eliminating so much of this, which is what we're doing right now, like
Just
actually
talking.
having real human interaction, face-to-face conversation, being able to understand each other's vibrations. I say all that to say, favorite animals right now are probably like orcas. I feel like killer whale is a slur, so I don't like using it. But I almost said it. Because like, what did an orca do? What did an orca do to be a killer, bro? Like, you telling me the this is kind of one of my stand-up jokes. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna deliver it. You telling me the great white shark is great and white, and it's a shark, but the orca whale is big and black, and he got to be a killer? That's crazy. I don't understand it. Can somebody explain that to me? If you got the answer to that, just let me know.
Yeah, what is the
Where
explanation?
did that come from? Dude, your
That
guess
is-
is, and trust me, me being the animal nerd I am, I've done research to see where the closest I can get to the truth is that they're so good at hunting in packs that they just got the name killer. But I'll share another orca whale fact with you right now.
Yeah.
There are no documented deaths from
Really?
to a human being from a orca whale in the wild. Every documented death that's been caused by an orca whale to a human being has happened with a captive orca. I just dropped. That's a big piece.
okay,
Like that's
okay.
yeah. Like
So okay, they're in a. Where are they being held captive, and like what would be like the
once they're,
situation?
captured, like
the biggest popular orca whale that's captive that I can think of that killed somebody, that will be like known. There was this killer whale named Tilikum. He was like 12 or 13 at SeaWorld. And he like they did shows with this whale. Like there's a whole documentary on it actually. And he did shows every day, like really smart creature, just like always a crowd pleaser, who like one day was just like tired of being
The crowd pleaser.
used
you literally like, I live in this giant tank. I'm so smart that I look out of this tank and see all of you free looking at me in here trapped. And I don't like my trainer today. Like maybe my trainer pissed me off. Maybe my trainer didn't give me the treat that I wanted when I did the trick right the first time. Or maybe he just didn't give me the treat in the first place. And I'm just supposed to be sitting here doing tricks for you. Like, so
Yeah.
Tilikum killed their trainer. And that was a killer whale or orca whale at SeaWorld. Yeah, so like SeaWorld is a popular place to cite when people ask like who has captive orca whales. There's a couple other aquariums that have them, but it's actually becoming more commonplace in recent history to not have killer whales in captivity or orca whales in captivity, because they're like intelligent. They're so intelligent that like it's literally harmful for the animal. Another
Yeah.
crazy animal fact is that orca whales in the wild, their dorsal fin stands straight up in the air. So like if you see a pod is what a group of orca whales is called. I'm really getting into the bag now. Like y'all can really see how much I'm into animals. But when you see a pod of orca whales in the wild, their fins stand straight up out of the water, like really tall, and they exhibit this characteristic called sexual dimorphism, which means that the males you can tell are different from the women, or females, and one of them has a longer dorsal fin. I just can't remember which one it is. I think it's the males that have a longer dorsal fin than the females, but don't quote me on that. It could be the other way around. But one of them has a longer one than the other, and that means that you can tell them apart. So in the wild, when you see them, their dorsal fins all stand straight up out the water. But in captivity, their dorsal fins flop. They'll flop over and do this. And scientists have no idea why it does that.
Huh.
But every captive orca whale, no matter how big the enclosure or whatever the case may be, their dorsal fin flops. And scientists don't know why. Like, they can have all of the nutrients they need in their diet. They can have everything they need to survive and live. But it's something about not being in the wild that makes their actual physiological body, like their physical body, change because they're not in the wild.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be in SeaWorld.
Straight up.
True.
Straight up.
Get them out of there.
And, you know, if you're thinking about going to spend money at a place that has some captive orca whales and you see this, just remember this moment and like, ask yourself, like, you know, if you even want to do that.
Think twice.
Exactly.
You might die. But you mentioned that you do comedy, like,
Yeah.
kind of subtly.
Yeah, so it's funny, I do, and I've only like done maybe 3 sets ever, but like I've got sets written, I've got jokes written, and every time I go do a set, it goes really well. It was crazy. I was in line at Real Cafe one time. Shout out Real.
Shout out Real.
There are 2. I'll plug those in a second, but I was standing in line to get in the club, basically, and this woman and her husband and her like entire group of middle-aged friends are like outside the club, just left, and I'm about to go in the club, and it was like really weird. It was like almost like one of those like, oh my God, and I was like, what are you doing? I don't know you, and that's your husband, so chill out. She was like, did you do comedy at Dead Crow Comedy Room? And I was like, one time at an open mic like 2 years ago, I definitely went. She was like, I have not forgotten you ever. You were the only person who was good that night. I was like,
no way.
Yo, I'm glad none of them are here to hear you say this, but thank you for telling me this after the fact. And it's crazy that you even remember this set 2 years later, so Thank you for telling me that. And then, like, since that moment, I just have not done any more stand-up, believe it or not.
And when was that moment?
When did I give that set at Dead Crow? That would have been like 23. Like,
okay.
23. Yeah. Halfway through, maybe like April or May of 23.
So was that just a phase, or are you still like very passionate about?
I love writing. I love like jokes. I love communicating with people in an effective way.
Okay, and that branches out into
it branches into
comedy,
music, poetry, comedy, even activism sometimes. I just enjoy expressing myself to people, and sometimes that's through comedy. And comedy is one of those. It's one of those ones that sometimes it works, and then I don't know. Like, I don't do it more just because like it's hard to pour into some of my creative habits that don't provide me finances, because like I gotta live.
Yeah.
And, like, that's a whole other
beast.
Is like living in a capitalistic society, trying to make money to live, to have enough time to be creative. It's like, now if you can get to a point where you can leverage your creativity to get you the finances that you need to live, that's cool. But then when you're a person like me who like wants to do conservation work and science work and has to pay for school already anyway, and it's like, it can get to the point where it's too many things to juggle. But that's why I'm so grateful for my faith. I'm grateful for like trusting that God and all the powers that be will put me right where I need to be when I need to be there. Because there's so many things in my life that have played out that I know were no doing of my own. Like, I could not have planned it or could not have created it to happen. So I'm just grateful to be divinely guided in that way, and to have the trust and the faith to allow the divine plan in my life to play out how it needs to, so that I can be exactly where I need to be. Which is why I think I haven't done more stand-up, but as I'm having this conversation out loud, I'm just like, maybe just start doing it more and people will start paying you to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
If someone
I'd love to
remembered
see
you 2 years later,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's pretty. That's
Significant,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. That's talent for sure.
For real.
Mhm.
For real.
And
Maybe I'll go back. They still have their open mics on Thursday, so maybe I'll just kind of go keep my sword sharp. You know.
do it. I'll
Yeah,
come.
do it.
Dude,
I'll totally come.
I'll definitely hit you guys
I'm
up.
free every
And,
Thursday.
yeah.
So.
Word. Say that.
Um.
It's Thursday right now.
It is.
What time is it? What time does it?
I think they
start?
start at like
Nowish.
8. Yeah, I think the first set goes on at 8, and then they go till like I want to say like 9:30. But I mean, if I run it back, I'll send you guys a message. That way you guys know like beforehand
Bet.
the week that I'm planning on going. That way you can actually like come out and see what's up.
I would be very glad to go because I've
Yeah.
never seen local comedy
Me
stand
neither.
up.
Me neither.
I'll send you guys somewhere on my page from forever ago. I have a reel of the set, like part of the set. So I'll send you guys the reel when I get
Okay.
some service.
Bet. All right, I want to segue into music
Heard.
because I feel like we could talk about all that stuff like for 3 hours.
Yeah.
What is your music background? I know you mentioned faith is huge. Did you
Yeah.
grow up playing music in the church, or what was that
Ironically,
like?
it's crazy. So yes, but I wasn't like a musician in church. Like I played the drums in church for a brief stint, and like we had a drummer at my church. So like it was really more of like a when our drummer didn't come to church or when he didn't feel like playing at church, I would play the drums. So like
Oh, okay.
yes,
So like
but
backup.
say again.
Like a backup drummer.
Sort of, yeah. And it's like, but it was a little southern church, so like nobody had like roles or titles.
I feel you.
And then I learned to play guitar when I was like 12, and like that I took some lessons and like played with my pastor in some sermon, like in some services. And I wasn't consistent, so like I did it, but like I was more of the usher because I was tall at a young age, and I could like hold the door for people and help people carry stuff in or help like older people.
Yeah.
So I was like, it just never really naturally worked out for me to be playing an instrument. But I do remember distinctly, like I did play a little bit of a guitar a couple times, a couple services, and I played sit-in drums a couple times, and it was like, but I didn't really like. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That my music background, that was when I learned to read music. Is when I learned to play guitar, and I learned how to read the notes on a page when
Right.
I was like 12. But like, as far as getting tone or like getting vocally trained, that stuff didn't even happen until adulthood. Like I didn't
Uh-huh.
start getting vocal training or like preparing to be in musicals or anything like that until I was well an adult. But somewhere past teenage years, what really opened the door for me in rapping was like in the summers I would go play basketball with my older cousin. Shout out Davon. Love you, dog, for real.
Shout out.
And we would go play basketball, and before and after we would play basketball, at the time, I wasn't smoking weed yet. Like, I didn't start smoking weed until adulthood, like until I was
What age is this?
18, 19. But at the time, I'm like 14, 15, going with my cousins.
Okay, he
to go
was
play
18,
basketball.
19.
Yeah, he was like, from the time he was like a junior in high school to when he was out of high school, like just an adult, like community college. Like he hooped at a community college, won a national championship, won a state championship in high school on a team that had went back and three-peated like 3 years in a row. So he was on that team his senior year.
Damn.
And then graduated high school, went to community college, and then won a national championship at a community college. So
Damn.
yeah,
Nice.
like back to back. So I say that to say I was tall early, so he was like, yo, you gonna go play basketball with me, or like you're not, and just be at the house bored, because like I'd be at my grandma's house a lot, and in the summertime it wasn't much to do. After I started school, I was homeschooled until 10th grade. That's a whole nother story. Once I started school in the 10th grade, though, I was at my grandma's house a lot. In the summer, it was nothing to do. I wasn't in school, and like up until that point in my life, I had always been in school throughout the summer. So like not having school in the summer, I was just like, I got all this free time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I was hanging out with my older cousin, who was like my brother, because like we had grew up so close to each other. And he used to come spend the summers with us when we lived in Atlanta, and it got to the point where it was just like, all right, we're gonna go play basketball all the time. So it was like 3 summers in a row. We were just playing basketball basically all summer, and like outside of playing basketball, doing normal, teenage boy stuff. But it got to the point where like naturally going with my cousins to play basketball, when everybody would go smoke weed before they went and play basketball or after they went and play basketball, I was with everybody. Like I would be sitting in the hot box. I would be present with everybody. And one of the main things that would happen almost every time we would have a smoke session that I wasn't participating in because I was literally just there by association, was people would start rapping. Like we would start playing beats and everybody would rap. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not smoking, but I can rap. I'll get involved with the rapping. So at first there wasn't confidence, and I wasn't really like, I didn't have fun with it. But I was like, I'm gonna just keep trying. I'm gonna keep doing different stuff and keep leveling up and keep getting, And I don't know if you can catch a contact high, but if you were to be able to catch a contact high, it would be in a hot box.
In a hot box,
For
definitely.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So logically, I'm like, eventually this stuff started unlocking, and by the time I was 18. I got to 18, graduated high school, went off to college, came back from college, and had started smoking weed. And then, like, for the first time, like, got in the hot box with my cousins and some of the friends that had been around since childhood. And we played a beat, and, like, we were smoking and playing beats and smoking and playing beats. And they were like, yo, you can fucking rap. You can really rap. And I'm like, yeah, dog. Like, I don't know. I haven't always been able to rap. They were like, nah, it's not the same. And I was like, all right, well, I don't believe you, but whatever. And they could really rap too. So like, I'm in my head, I'm like, y'all are just glazing. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? It's not really like that. But then I was like, I go back and listen to some of the voice memos like years later. I'm like, damn, I was really in my bag. Like I was really rapping, like flowing from a place that I really didn't know that I, know how I got to. And I still don't know fully how I get to all the time, but I'm thankful.
Okay, so who was the best freestyler back then, and then where would you put yourself?
Like of my childhood friends?
Yeah. In that car, who was the best freestyler? And then years later,
It's tough to say. My cousin TJ could really rap, and that he don't rap no more. He designed this shirt that I'm wearing. Shout out TJ.
Shout out.
This shirt is hard, and yeah.
What's it say?
Make money, not madness. And then the back of it is crazy, but I don't even know if I'm gonna fit in the frame if I stand up to show the back. But
Maybe crouch.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fire. Wait,
Yeah.
look, I made it.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's crazy. You can see
It's
it.
inspirational.
Yeah, that's fire.
So shout out TJ. He designed the shirt, but TJ could really rap. Like in my head when we were coming up and we were in these boxes rapping, like I'm like, yo TJ, you about to be like that. You about to be one. Like just record, bro. Keep recording. Like you gonna be one of them. Like that's gonna be it. And like it wasn't that he didn't like music. It was just that as adulthood came, it was like work. Like I'm not about to keep making music because why would I do that? He has music now and it's fire. Like he released his first single, like maybe like really released it like a year, maybe 6 months ago, and it's really fire. Like I listen to it regularly. But then also outside of just TJ, one of Davon's best friends, Keywan, could really rap. Like he still raps and can still rap and has produced one of my tracks that is unreleased and is to this day a really, really good rapper. So
He's
I
a
think
producer too?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
His artist name is I want to say Black Love, and it's like spelled real like artist like, so it's not even like normal. It's just like BLK.LUV, which is tough.
I like it.
And it has some really, really good music and just has a really cool production, like really unique sound. And he could really rap too. So between those two, like they were some of the more consistent, always rapping, and they were the swords that made my sword sharp. Like when I would hear them go for more than 8 bars of like really good rhymes, like coherent rhymes, like really making entendres and puns and references, I was like, yo, I gotta get it right, because I gotta get like that. Like that's tight. I came back for that summer after freshman year of college, and was rapping, and everybody's like, yo, and I was like, yo, we can all really rap. Like, let's just start. And then we would have these ciphers, and there are still voice memos from some of these ciphers. Like, I have them, and at some point one day, I might just like upload a couple of them to SoundCloud or something. But there was a really cool and fun time, because creative expression is like therapy for me. And I think for a lot of people who don't have access, we were in the country, like in a very rural area, young black men in the middle of the woods growing up. Like, you know, it wasn't much to do other than work hard. If you had a sport, you had your sport. But if you didn't have your sport, or like, you know, you weren't at work, it's like, how are you expressing yourself? How are you relieving that energy that you want to express to the world? So rap was that for us. And I think it goes a lot into the real meaning of hip hop for me. And a lot of people don't know this, but it's near and dear to me because I'm a child of hip hop. Like, I came up around some legends, and I came up around a crazy environment where I really learned how powerful music is. And I learned an acronym that goes with hip hop that stands for Higher Infinite Power, Healing Our People. And I think that is super powerful. So I say that to say, hip hop was exactly that for us. It was like our way of connecting with each other, being with the bros, rapping, having fun, but also expressing ourselves, getting these thoughts out of our head that otherwise might have just sat in there and bottled up and maybe not been too positive if we sat there and let them fester all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, you think deeply on every question. In general, I noticed.
Yeah, bro.
I kind of forgot where.
It's a curse.
Well, my next
and a
question
blessing sometimes.
Yeah. And you can freestyle like crazy now. I know at TBMG, you went on stage after your set. I don't know if you planned this or not, but you were like, fuck it, I'm a freestyle. And then you freestyle for like 2 minutes or like 3 minutes. What was that like? And also, an add-on question, who would you battle in the city?
Oh, man. I mean, like,
for fun.
Like on some fun, like strictly fun, no beef, like strictly fun, just sharpening our swords type shit. Like, all right. So the getting on stage and freestyling thing, I don't know. I can't remember. I think I was out of my body. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't intoxicated. I just don't remember like what that thought process was like. I was just like, yo. Once the mic ended up in my hand, I was like, all right, it is what it is. Whatever. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yo, I'm gonna send you the clip of the gun being like, let's do it. That because that's funny.
You got it.
Yo. But like somebody that I think would actually be really fun to like maybe not battle, but like have a cipher with. Like go back and forth and like just play some beats and like rap back and forth on some like having fun. Like really talented MC so there is an artist named JoeAngeAlien, and I don't even know
I met him.
It would be really fun to rap with bro, like for a cipher and just freestyle for fun. Like that would be dope. He's dope, and he just dropped an album. I want to say the album's called Caroline.
Yeah, it is.
I listened to it. I did a whole analysis and sent it to him. I was like, yo, it is really dope. It's a great album. It's a storytelling album. The whole album tells a specific intentional story, and it is truly the embodiment of like hip hop, higher infinite power, healing our people. And it's not the same old rah you're used to hearing from everybody about trying to be just like somebody else that already exists. Like, be yourself, for God's sake. So that whole album is Ali being himself, and he really did well in being himself and bringing a story to people. But I say that to say he would be fun, I think, to have a cipher with. I'm trying to think of another really like dope wordsmith MC who would be fun to rap with. This is funny. Hollywood has a little brother. His name is Malcolm. Malcolm, remember I?
Yeah.
Rap all the time. Malcolm can rap and it's fun to rap with Malcolm. So I enjoy rapping with Malcolm for ciphers. Like I already know that I enjoy that. So like Malcolm's fun to rap with. Like cipher wise, like he keeps me sharp and keeps me.
I
on
didn't
my
know he
toes.
rapped.
Bruh.
He's so low key.
Me either.
Yeah.
He's so. But look, the first time I played a beat and I was rapping and like just being myself, freestyling in my spare time, like I always do, and I stopped rapping because I was like I couldn't think of no more bars, and I stopped. And then he started rapping, and I was like, "Yo, Malcolm, what? What you want?" So yeah, Malcolm would be fun to rap with.
I know he's got some tracks.
Let's see. No, I mean you would think that, but
He doesn't record.
I literally have said this on him. I'm gonna let him tell his story, but I've said it on multiple occasions. I'm like, yo, bro, let me get you on a song or something. Like, let's make a song together. Or he's like, no, bro, I don't record. And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? But he'll have to come tell y'all about that at some point. Freaking, who else in the city would be really fun to rap with? And I'm trying to think of like, and it's not like if I don't name you, it's not like me saying I wouldn't want to rap with you. It's just to say that like, I'm trying to think of people that I know like freestyle like in a way that would really like unlock my Super Saiyan like
yeah, I mean there's certain categories of rappers and freestyle,
and everybody don't freestyle
in that category.
Yeah.
Everybody is a different skill.
It's a whole different skill set.
I can't do it.
I can't either.
My dog don't live here no more. His name is Manny. That man can rap though, and he wouldn't freestyle at first. When we first met each other, we used to live across the street from each other over behind Target, Minnow Way. But he moved. He lives in like Charleston now. But bro can really rap. Like that would be cool to get a cipher with my boy. But he don't even be on social media no more. Like bro fell off the face of the earth.
Damn.
Manny, shout out Manny. I'm gonna send you this video. I hope you see it when I send it to you in a text message. I'm drawing a
bet. I mean, that's three.
That's
like,
three.
I was only expecting one, but that's dope. That because I learned.
Ali, if you see this, let's rap at some point, bro. Like, it don't even nobody got to see it, bro. I just want to play some beats and like cipher, bro, for real. And then if we happen to record it, it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Let me see what questions I got. Oh, actually, what's your background like in musical theater? Because Rebecca was telling us that y'all were in like a show together once.
Yeah, so
I'm curious.
Rebecca actually and I acted in what would have been my first musical ever, and I don't really have a background in musical theater. What is ironic is that I acted in a stage play called What the River Knows, and a director saw this stage play and was just like, you know what? Can you sing? And I was like, I mean, I guess sometimes, but I'm not trained. He's like, I don't care. We'll get you trained. Come audition for this musical that I'm like directing called Ragtime. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I've never seen the show. It's a classic apparently in musical theater history. So like once I saw the show, started working like rehearsing for the show and then watched the show like before the show. I was like, dang, this is a really good play. And it was my first musical ever. So leading up to that show, Cass for Caswell Hyman. What a great mentor of mine. Really, really believed in me, really, really wanted to see me thrive and flourish. Got me vocal training lessons with Brian Putnam at his vocal training studio. And I was like going to vocal training every week for like 12 weeks up until the show.
Damn.
Getting trained like classically so that I could understand my voice a little bit better and like not just how to pitch match, but actually how to read notes and what breathing and breath work look like while you're singing. Mainly learning how to breathe while I sang. Because like if you don't know how to breathe, you might as well not even open your mouth to sing because you're not gonna have the breath to hit some of the notes that you need to hit. And then that turned into like once Ragtime was wrapped, I ended up acting in another musical called Man of La Mancha. There's another one that I'm blanking on, and I don't know why I'm blanking on it. All of these musicals happened with Opera House Theater Company though, and they would have been my only musicals ever. At all. I didn't act at all before 2022. on stage, like stage play stuff. Just because I had never kicked that door open. It wasn't that I didn't think I could do it. It was just that I never reached out to anybody to try to do it. So What the River Knows was getting produced, and the director, her name is Alicia. Her last name is, I'm sorry, Alicia, if you see this, I'm so sorry.
We'll put it up on the screen.
Your last name.
We'll figure it out.
I know your last name, but I don't want to mispronounce it. That's really what is super key. But long story short, Alicia produced and directed this beautiful stage play called What the River Knows about the massacre that happened in 1898 and in Wilmington. And I did a table read for that script before she produced the show, before she actually put the show on. And she was like, I can't see anybody else playing this lead role other than you. And I was like, ma'am, I don't act, but her name is Alicia Inshiradu. I finally remembered and remembered the pronunciation. So Alicia, if you see this, I didn't forget. I just wanted to make sure I said it right. And yeah, she was like, I can't imagine anybody else playing this. And I was like, ma'am, I have never acted before, but if that's what you want to do, let's do it. We'll get to it and make it happen. And it came together. It was not perfect by any means at all, but it was done, and we got it done, and it touched a lot of people. There were a lot of people who really enjoyed the show. It didn't go quite exactly to plan, but it did have an impact on the people that were able to see it. And then that turned into Cass, for Caswell, meeting me and knowing me and getting to know me, and then becoming a mentor of mine that opened a bigger door into more consistently acting in the community. And then I kind of fell off the face of the earth and didn't audition for anything for a while, because sometimes my social battery gets like that. But also, I be living life. Like, I got actual real life on the other side, like doing conservation work and then studying at UNCW for marine biology. So, like,
damn,
sometimes it's impossible to juggle all these things. And then when I start saying stuff like this to people, they think I'm just, like, making stuff up. I can't even talk to girls no more, bro, because, like, they think I'm just making different stuff up to say I do a bunch of cool stuff. But then, like, I show them, and then they're like, and I'm like, and they're like, I'm not trying to talk to you. You're doing too much. I'm like, wait, how did I already? All right, whatever, I guess. But I say that to say it's a lot of different stuff, and it all seems like it's so different in style, but I can't help it. It's just, I like I said, I trust divine guidance. So
yeah, you are into a lot of things, and one of those things is photo shoots, modeling.
Yes.
But I also wanted to ask, do you love all these arts equally, or is there one that you kind of like, nah, this one has a special place in my heart?
Other than conservation education, because that comes first. Like,
yeah.
I love teaching people about the natural world, no matter what.
Got it.
Music is definitely the art of my heart. That was a bar. Music's the art of my heart, for sure. Because, like, I don't know, there's just something about, like, the vibration that a certain song or a certain melody or certain compositions can make you feel that transcends the words that you're able to relay to somebody. So music is definitely far and away the number one. I love acting. I love, like, modeling. I love looking cool, and I love, that whole, portraying a character. But more than anything else, I love music, and I love when music makes somebody else feel something that I know I felt. And they can't put words to what that feeling is, but I know they felt it because I can see it. I can see it in their soul, or see it in their eye, or see it in their how they treat another person, or how they feel. So music by far. Music by far.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's fire. I agree.
Man, that's cool.
How long have you lived here?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, word. Okay.
Since like summer of 2020. End of summer of 20, or like midsummer 2020. Yeah, 2020. Maybe. It might have been the midsummer of 2019. I hit my head in 2022, so if it ever seems like I can't remember like exact dates or years, it's because I hit my head, and that kind of like took a whole year from my ability to time things in my mind frame.
What happened?
Broke my back and had like 4 brain bleeds and spent like a week and a half in a medically induced coma.
Holy shit.
From
That's crazy, dude. Glad you're here.
I appreciate you, bro, for real.
Yeah.
from what?
I got ejected from the car in a car accident. Like, yeah, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, but my truck flipped and landed on the top on the driver's side. So had I been in the car, I might not. This might be a different conversation. It might not be a conversation at all, for real. But I got ejected from the car, and I guess when I hit the ground, hit my head and broke my back at the same time. Broke my T7 vertebrae, and I think they fused my T8 and my T6 together.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Oh my god.
Burst fracture on that vertebrae, and then hit my head, and they didn't know, like, they didn't have to do brain surgery, but they didn't know if they were going to have to relieve some of the pressure from the bleeds or not. But thank God they didn't, because fun fact about biology, again, human biology, is that, like, once air touches the human brain, like, once you actually have to make an incision into somebody's skull for air to touch their brain, regardless of whether they heal all the way from that, they're never the same.
Yeah.
Brain function wise. So
The brain is very interesting.
It's super
like, in
super
that way,
delicate, but like
yeah.
mad peculiar.
Yes.
Mad
extremely.
peculiar.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's like certain
Holy shit.
stories of people like hitting their head, healing from the hitting their head, and then like being like really good at learning languages. Like,
Shit like that.
yeah, it's like weird stuff,
It's,
like
completely changing.
or
stuff
like their
that.
personality completely changing. Yeah.
It's like Phineas Gage with the railroad spike. You ever heard of that?
Tell me about it.
It's like old story, like probably like 1800s,
Yeah.
I think. And it's this guy who's like working like the railroad, like back then, like that's how
Yeah.
long ago this was. But like the spike like went through like up through his brain. Like
Dang.
I don't know what happened specifically, but he survived.
That's gnarly.
Personality is like completely different person.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's pretty
it's
cool.
very interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna research it now because
Yeah.
like stuff like that, I really rock with.
Whoa.
A little gnarly, but
yeah,
yeah, it's
bro.
still pretty interesting.
Yeah, bro.
I think like just everything about the brain is cool. Like neuroplasticity,
Neurodivergence.
I also
Yo.
learned the other day, like 95% of like our actions and like just stuff like that is driven by like just like subconscious like
Yes.
thought.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been trying to like tap more into that recently.
That's why
Manifesting.
Yes,
For
and
real.
receive,
for real.
manifest and receive.
And it's why I'm so fascinated by like Tibetan monks and like their mental, exercises and just being aware of that subconscious. So your subconscious gets to a point where technically it is your foreground.
Especially if you can learn how to like rewire it.
Mhm.
like-
You get exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do they
There's-
follow Buddhism, or is that
I don't know
or they're
exactly
different?
what spiritual belief Tibetan monks practice, but I think it might be like secular Buddhism. It might be non-secular Buddhism. It might be like, I don't know enough to know.
kind of
I'm
Buddhism?
not gonna lie. I don't know enough to say for sure. I don't know enough to say for sure. But
Yeah.
you made me curious.
The singing bowls. Do you listen to those?
Sound bowl. Yeah.
Sound bowls.
I actually, so
I fall asleep to that. That's
one
why
of
I
my,
brought it
and
up.
one of my weekly practices when I'm not like working all the time or like working on Wednesdays is like I go to this Wednesday men's group therapy called Wellmen. It's called Wellmen of Wilmington, and we do like a sweat lodge practice where we go, and sometimes it's grief therapy, sometimes it is just group therapy, just being present with other brothers and fostering brotherhood, and it is Wednesdays at Walker World, and we do like a weekly therapy. Sometimes those therapies consist of somebody will bring a sound bowl or two. Surya is one of my dear friends and a pillar of this offering, and what Surya will also do often at gatherings that he has outside of the men's group is gong baths. So like meditations where everybody in the room is present and breathing together, or breathing on their own, or breathing with a guidance, and listening to a gong and different vibrations created from a gong. And it's really, really powerful. I think he has one coming up on 8/8 for Lionsgate. And it's just like really, really powerful medicine to be able to tap into, like you said, that subconscious aspect and of yourself, and of opening the doors to heal properly some of those subconscious wounds that we don't even consciously realize that we have sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, Wellman and Wilmington.
This is Wednesday?
Shout out on Wednesdays at Walker World. Yeah. We typically start the lodge at 5:30, I want to say, and recently we're opening up some things and starting to foster co-ed relationships too, so that women of the community can be equally of access to said medicine.
Oh yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you meditate.
You can come with me if you want to.
I'm with it.
Ironically, every day of my life, I try to consciously and intentionally meditate. I'm looking for my reminder for... Oh, there it is. It's at the top. But I have a reminder set every day to meditate.
To meditate.
It's the first one.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I've been, like, that's been a reminder for me daily since I was, like, 17.
Nice.
Damn.
And, like, I don't know what it is, but, I mean, I do know what it is, though. Like, I don't know what it is to be able to put it into words, but I do know that, like, I am my own worst enemy, right? I'm my own biggest obstacle. I'm my own biggest dream if I want to be. I am the access to everything that God has for me. Mm-hmm. So if I don't nurture myself and my mind, I won't be able to actively access what God has for me. It seems like simple logic, but it's not, and it's not on the forefront of everybody's brain to like tend to their brain so that they can access it properly. It's why I live the way that I do, in terms of diet and in terms of like what kind of things I put into my body. Like I've been having a dry summer, like the entirety of the summer I've drank alcohol a single time, and that was on 4th of July. But other than that, it's been completely dry, and I don't intend on really changing that practice. Like I might for leisure every once in a while, and then like I smoke weed here and there, but I was at one point in my life like smoking so much weed, dude. It was insane. It was really wild. So like to get to a place now where like I'm not there and I don't feel this necessity to light this medicine on fire and inhale it through my lungs all the time just to be conscious and coherent and navigating through this capitalistic hellscape that I live in general. It's pretty dope to me. Mm-hmm. I say that to say meditation is really important to me.
Yeah.
I feel like journaling. You like journal too?
Yeah, I used to a lot before I hit my head, and then now I don't have the patience to as much. So like my form of journaling ends up being like music a lot, like rapping and writing and freestyling and like just getting some of those thoughts out. But yeah, I like journaling a lot. I just, something about my attention span doesn't allow me to do it like I used to. And like I'm fostering that back up. So it might not be that way forever, but for now I know that like my focus doesn't allow for it. But my focus definitely always allows for rapping. Like that works out.
And I mean like making that art is very therapeutic as well.
Dude, absolutely. The recurring theme is art being therapy here.
Yeah.
So, you're clearly a very deep thinker. Is there a message you want to give to the world or to people in Wilmington?
Yeah.
Like, what's on your mind right now? What would be your message? What would you say?
Everybody's different, right? So like everybody doesn't have to think the same thing, and it would be ill of me to expect everybody to think the same way or believe the same things. All I ask of others is to have the kindness in your heart to treat somebody else. And it's the golden rule, but like treat somebody else how you would want to be treated or seen or understood. And then just hold enough space for your fellow person to instead of just doing whatever you think you should do or you want to do, or like following that sense of like, I'm going to do what the hell I want because this benefits me. Just take a breath and think about the other person just for a second and treat every person how you would want to be treated. Not like the term gets said a lot, like do unto others as you would like, but it's like people skip through it. It's really like treat other people how you would want to be treated, not how you think they should be treated, but treat other people how you would want to be treated. Have that humanity to treat your fellow man how you would want to be treated, and that compassion will carry over into the world and rebound, because love is the most important thing of all. Like if we can find a way to love each other regardless of all of our differences, regardless of all of these things that drive us apart and tear us apart and divide and conquer us and keep us controlled and keep us slaving over $1 and all of this stupid stuff, if we can find a way to love, it'll override all of that and allow us to just show up for each other in a way that transcends all of the negative energies that have been cast on humanity being able to love one another. So just love your fellow person. But if you can't go that far to love somebody, just treat them how you would want to be treated. Like just start there and build on that. And that's, if I had to, like, that, I cannot stress it enough.
Love it.
I watched that video of yours earlier.
Yo, that
Wait, say that
went,
into the mic. Say that into the
that
mic.
video-
Owl type shit.
straight up though. That
Explain
video
the
went
context.
stupid.
So here's a real. It's an animal fact about owls and how like once they have like one mate, they just stick with them for like the rest of their life, and how they got better love lives than humans and shit like that.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be an owl
interesting.
with it. You don't gotta wife nobody up and like stay with them forever. Just like treat somebody how you would want to be treated. And I know it sounds like I'm making it way too simple, but like, yo,
There's too many main characters out here.
everybody.
We gotta stop being so selfish and
your story is not any more significant than anybody else's story. I don't know if you guys know the term Sonder, but Sonder is the idea that everybody's story is just as complex as yours in the midst of it all. So like, yo, just allow everybody else to live their story and live their truth, and treat them how you would want to be treated. Have the same grace for them in their mistakes and in their slip ups that you would want somebody to have for you in your mistakes and in your slip ups. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Don't be so quick to like tell somebody else what they should be doing or be worried about what somebody else is doing. Like, just like
Try to understand.
show up. Yeah, you know what I mean? Bro gets it.
Yeah, instead of guessing like, oh, they're just like, whatever this person, it's like, it's actually complex what that other person
It's going through,
is going through.
potentially.
Yeah.
Most of the time, actually.
I had no idea that's what Sonder meant. Are you a big like Brent Faiyaz fan?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Now that kind of adds up to me.
Yeah,
His
bro.
old band.
Okay,
his
that
group.
yeah.
It was so I think there's two of them. I think it's
Yeah,
just
it's two
a duo.
producers and him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, what artists do you love the most, and which ones?
Oh, Juice
inspire
WRLD's the
you?
GOAT, bro. Like, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that.
That was
off the
quick.
top. I'm
Yeah.
not like Juice WRLD is the best freestyler ever, and I don't care. Argue with your mom.
Rest in peace, dude.
No,
He
I
was,
Rest in
like, so
peace to
nice,
Juice,
dude.
bro.
I don't know a whole lot of people that would argue against that freestyler part,
You'd be
because I've
surprised.
never seen anybody else rap for an hour straight.
You would be surprised, bro. I have this argument at least once a week. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, as far as like people I really like listening to, I listen to a lot of stuff. There's this freaking, there's this Dutch like pianist and a German EDM DJ. They have this duo called Grand Brothers. They're sick. I like them a lot. Brent Faiyaz, I listen to a lot of. I said Juice WRLD already. Rappers of now that I like and that aren't like brain rot to listen to.
Who would be brain rot?
I like Polo G. Polo G's pretty dope. Who else? I like my homies. My homies' music. Like Ali's music is dope. That album's dope. Mitri Christ. Shout out to Dimitri. Like Mitri's music is super dope. He just released the album too. Really good album. Who else do I listen to? It's a lot of people though, so it's like hard to pick out individual example. This is gonna be really funny, but I like Ed Sheeran a lot. Ed Sheeran has a lot of good music.
Yeah, that is a crazy pull. But I mean,
I've listened to Shape of You like more than I care to admit.
It's dude, I don't judge not one bit. I know every word to like most of the songs on that album. That's the Multiply album, right? Or is that Divide?
Yeah.
Is that Divide? That's Divide.
It's Divide.
I know most of the songs on Divide. I know almost every song on Multiply.
What's that one song about like the rain? It's the Green album. I think it's Multiply. Oh, I love this song so fucking much.
Is it the Mama, Give Me Love? That one? Or
I think so. It's
damn, I'm not on my game. All y'all know about Ed Sheeran, I'm like, and I just know the hits. I'm just the hit guy.
Nah, he got a lot of hits, so you're not really fully messing up.
Make It
Hey,
Rain.
Make It Rain.
Make It Rain.
Banger.
So good.
Justin Bieber's album didn't suck. I'm not a believer by any means. You know what I mean? I hate to just randomly plug Justin Bieber, but like that Daisy song, the way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I could take it. That right there, man's was cooking, bro. Like cooking.
Yeah, shout out
Straight out.
Shout out JB. Hey, there's no shame in shouting out JB.
Bangers for decades, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
He's been running this
Andre
shit.
is the best rapper of all time.
Three
Andre
Stacks?
2000. Yeah, best rap. That's my GOAT rapper. I almost forgot to say Andre, but I was born in Atlanta and like I'm an JoeAngeAlien at heart. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I fucking love Outkast and
Yeah.
Organized Noise. So I'm gonna ask you, what is your favorite album / what is your favorite song?
Aquemini.
Oh, so
Wow.
good. I know that one. I'm not
Liberation?
Music, but
Like song on that album?
Yeah.
Nah, Aquemini might be my favorite song on that album.
it's so good.
Just him and I, Aquemini. Yeah,
That's-
there's a close second on that album too, but
Oh. They're so good.
The rap
Name a
scheme's
better-
insane on that song.
yo, and the fact that like both Andre and Big Boy were really like ridiculously talented wordsmiths. Like it just bounces off of each other in a crazy way back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Freaking. So this is kind of some crazy lore too, but like
What is it?
it's wild. It sounds crazy to say out loud. All right, so Erykah Badu and Andre's child
Mm-hmm.
named Seven. I'm not really gonna give the backstory on how, but I will say my parents were at that child's christening. We went to Andre's stepfather's church coming up. So like I'm not really gonna give a whole lot of the backstory on like the full connection there, but like yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Kinda
crazy.
wild.
Wait, so you were born in Atlanta?
I was born in Atlanta.
Okay.
Lived there till I was 6.
Okay.
Shout out ATL.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I went there for a concert once.
I love Atlanta.
It was like 2 days after. No, it was the day after I moved in down here.
Traffic's butt though.
Oh yeah,
Traffic's been butt since I was a child.
I feel you.
I've heard. Elevators?
Elevators is a great. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then you remember that movie they did, Ottawa, that they shot like a lot of it here?
Wait, hold on.
Yo, Ottawa. Rosa Parks is on Aquemini too, which I almost forgot about.
Who else said that? I think Lord Dogs, or no, Dev knew about that.
It's a great freaking
That they shot
movie.
it here.
Yeah, they
Some
shot
of it.
they shot a lot of it here. West Savannah
fuck.
is on Equipment. I'm on a whole.
Hold on,
the art of
wait. Let me see this
storytelling.
list too. Let me see this list.
The art of storytelling.
Part two.
Yeah.
Are you a part one guy or a part two guy?
Just play both of them. Just let them
Facts.
run back to back. Spotty
Part-
Dopalicious.
Oh my god.
Mamacita.
Liberation though. That was
Liberation. Yeah.
crazy.
For sure.
Wow.
Now there's a song on the Idlewild album called Chronometrophobia, and it's a real word. It is the fear of clocks, the fear of time. And Andre starts off the song with like, he like says the word. He's like chronometrophobia, and he's like the fear of clocks, the fear of time. And then he breaks into this crazy, like most people don't even know Andre can sing, but he starts singing. He's like, time just keeps on ticking, cost to keep on living. Pastor say, be strong. Ain't got time, leave me alone. Ain't got much time left, I got to funk you now. Chronometrophobia. That one's a banger. Y'all should go listen to that right now. Super heater.
I will.
Super heater. Cause he starts rapping after that and like
Goes in.
Lord be having mercy on my. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yeah. Super heat.
I could talk about Outkast for hours.
Yeah.
Southern Playlistic Cadillac Funky Music was crazy though. Underrated, but like Funky Ride off of that album. Check that shit out cuz you'll melt. You'll melt listening to that. I swear to God, you'll melt. And if you don't like Outkast, just listen to that shit. You'll definitely.
If you don't like Outkast,
what are you doing?
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you at all.
I can't,
like,
and,
don't
like,
say hey.
I can't trust you. If you can cite a reason that you don't like Outkast, just go ahead and don't do it and just separate yourself as far as you can from me. That way I don't even have to like have a dumb argument because I ain't even gonna want to have a dumb argument. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shit.
I ain't got time, leave me alone. It's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the evening.
I'll listen to it right after we leave here.
Yeah.
Sure. But I'm out of questions. Tate, do you have any more questions?
What are you like working on currently?
Yes.
I wasn't working on anything currently until 4:00 in the morning. Literally yesterday. I really wanted to rap, and like I needed to rap the False Prophets, so I like recorded a freestyle of False Prophets, and it's actually kind of heat.
Like
so,
the J. Cole beat. Oh my God. All right.
How y'all have it? Like, do y'all have it? How do y'all have it set up in here? Like, could I rap?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we're about to rap after this if you have time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
do you have it on your phone too?
I do, but it's not mixed, and I don't want to play the unmixed version of it.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not that bad, but I would much rather. I feel more comfortable just rapping it for you.
Okay.
With no vocal, like with no effects at all, because it's like kind of tough.
All right, we'll record that.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah. I got like 12 unreleased tracks that I know are really heaters, and I'm gonna play them. Some of them I'm gonna play some of them after we get off of here, but like I'm just trying to decide how I want to put it all together. Like some of them are remixes of stuff that already exists, so I might just like compile it and put on like a SoundCloud mixtape. And
or
then
Bandcamp.
the other legit stuff that I can release, I'm gonna put all that together for an EP on Spotify. But like really, if I'm being honest, the reason I ain't pressed on none of that is because like music isn't. I do music for therapy. I don't do music to like capitalize on. So it could like whether I release anything or not. Like if I had people that were like drop, then I would feel more compelled. But like nobody's really pressed on me dropping anything right now. So like I'm just kind of sitting on the stuff that I do have to try to make it as quality as possible, so that once I do decide to share it with the world, it's really good. But some of it is already ready to be shared, and I'm gonna let these guys check some of it out as soon as we get situated.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's it for today.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me yap, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much to JoeAngeAlien for coming out.
For real. Much love.
And making the time to be on the podcast. This has been episode 12, Port City Noise. Tune in next week for whoever we have on then. Peace.